Alright, chaps, I think that we're live. Posted the link, and let's go back to Porthmadog. So, hello everyone, good evening. Who have we got? Oh, we got 9 people watching. Another impromptu live stream tonight. Didn't really plan on doing it, but hey, I can do what I want. Give me a shout out if you can hear the sultry sound of my voice. We are tonight driving Prince and Welsh Pony, and I've actually done a little bit of research, and I went on Google and I found a picture of almost this formation. I'm not sure it's quite exactly correct, but it was as good as correct for a Ffestiniog Railway consist or train. I keep saying consist. Why? I'm not an American. Yeah, I saw a picture on Google, and it was Prince and Palmerston, I think it was. We're double-heading a train. Yes, you can hear me. Awesome. So I thought I'd do something reasonably correct, or as close to correct as we can sort of achieve. Oh yeah, you gotta take the handbrakes off because it's not really sure what's going on here. Okay, I can't remember how to actually take the handbrakes off. Is it Y? No, it's not Y. Okay, for some reason I can't actually scroll. That's weird. Anyone know how to take the handbrakes off? I can't remember what key it is. Let's just try turning the wheel. Okay, that puts it on. Right. And we're off. Yes, I am driving in my home country. We're in Wales for what feels like the first time in ages. So I thought I'd give some alternative to the to what's going on in the news tonight. Those of you have probably seen that Britain is Parliament has just voted against Theresa May's deal to leave the European Union. So, and Jeremy Corbyn has just triggered the vote of no confidence in the government. So, yeah, the government's just gone to shit. No matter what your sort of political opinion is, that's not really great. So, yeah, awesome. But enough about politics. I'm not really interested. I want to drive trains. That's what's important to us. So we're going to head on out of Porthmadog. And the volume is way too low again. Although it does just kind of sound like a machine gun. Right. I'm just kind of waiting to see when somebody says it's Prince. Not Prince, Duke. It's Duke. Oh yeah, I plugged in the old Xbox controller because that's what I play in Bitch of the Yard. I am the Xbox controller, so here it is. The Xbox controller is plugged in. Oh, that's worked out really nice. Sweet. See if I can get an arty-farty shot coming back in. We've got to lift her up a little bit. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, look at that. We must almost be at the other end of the cob by now. Oh yeah. This is me flying my train simulator drone. Completely breaking all the rules regarding drones around railways. It's a good thing it's a simulator though. That does look good. And I thought, you know, in these streams I normally sort of stick to cab view, so I'm going to try and actually get a few more arty-farty shots like this so you guys can see it. I want to try and use my Xbox controller a bit more. Yeah, this has actually gone quite well. So for those of you who are wondering where you can, download this from, because inevitably I'll get questions from people going, where can I get this from? It is Freeware, and you can download it from UK Train Sim. Right, let's just make sure that that handbrake is also off, so that should make things a little bit easier for us. Not entirely sure about the whistles. So we're making our way along the line. If anyone can sort of help me with the stations, which side of the station do you actually have to sort of go into? Because I've been told I always sort of go into like the left-hand side, but I have been told that that is incorrect. So if anybody knows, just let me know. Yeah, so this is actually, you know, it's a free product, North Wales narrow gauge route, so you get the Welsh Highland and you get the Ffestiniog Railway. And also you can download all these loco packs. I mean, considering it's all free, it ain't bad. Those of you who've watched my streams for a while, you sort of know I've got different criteria for judging freeware and payware DLC. And when the first sort of thing I look at is textures. You know, do they look the right colour is one, and do they sort of fit in with the sort of scenery? And I mean, you can sort of tell that this is like a freeware product, but it is still done in a really good way. You could get all sorts of free stuff for Train Sim, and it's spectacular. In fact, there's on Just Train's website, there's the German route, which I did the sausage wine live stream on, and right now at this moment the name of it completely escapes me. Eisenbahn is some part of it. You can also buy these German locos. I think they're Malay class locos. You know, and they are really nice to look at. I've also incidentally got the Armstrong Powerhouse weather pack on. So hopefully that'll give us some nice looking scenes as we're heading up the line. Not sure what the line speed is here. Oh, 20. Oh, we're almost approaching Minford. Milford. Milf. Anyway, so let's do some more droney shots. I got my drone out. My $70 drone from supermarket. For those of you interested, I am booked to do a course. I have no idea when it is, but apparently I'm booked on it. So my wife tells me. Should whistle for the level crossing. Yeah, to do my drone flying license. I do have a couple of drones. They're not really very powerful per se, but I am planning at some point to buy a really pucker drone. But of course nowadays you really have to do your drone sort of flying courses. You can't just get in a drone and fly anymore, especially if you plan on flying it above 400 feet. Then the aviation people get a little bit twitchy. So for anyone who's asking, about sort of, I had a train of thought and I completely lost it. How old are you? I am 29, scumbag. Yeah, I was going to talk about the actual Ffestiniog Railway. I've been on it many years ago. And only a few years ago I went on the Welsh Highland Railway for the first time. Right, we're just pulling into Minford. I'm not 100% sure if I am actually on the correct platform side. I was told last time that I got it wrong. So, you know, we'll see. Brakes guard, please. Minford. And the road is set all the way to the next place, which is Rugach. So I'm guessing that we got to do the same. Oh no, that's just a siding. I think it's not actually a. It's not a proper thing. It's not a proper station. So we're blowing off. We'll stick the injector on just to top up the water a bit, since we're blowing off steam anyway. Donald and Douglas second account. Hi, Reese. Hi. I'm not really sure what your name is. About time you guys do more narrow gauge. Well, the thing is, there's not that much narrow gauge stuff available in Train Sim, and this release, the North Wales narrow gauge, is really, you know, it's a welcome addition for Train Sim, and I recommend, if you get yourself a UK Train Sim account, go and download it right now. It really is worth doing. It's all free unless you want to buy the premium version of Doobie What's It UK Train Sim. Oh, it's Oliver. Hello, Oliver. Doobie doo. So we'll do a little bit of shoveling. Not a huge fan of the cab view with this loco. It feels in the wrong place to me. But hey, you can't have everything. So we'll take the brakes off. Could you recommend or show me how to download Freeware? Well, I genuinely don't know why it's difficult. Just literally go to the link in the description below, click download, and you've got it. You know, it's not difficult. Pat's Trains is saying, is this free? Yes, this is free, all of it. So you'll find on UK Train Sim there's the route itself, which is the North Wales narrow gauge. And then there's all the stock which goes with it. What else is there? Like the George England locos, all the stock, the coaches. Then there's a separate pack for the NG16s and NG13s. You know, the great big Garretts, the Welsh Highland Garretts, which are amazing. I don't know if that shut the valve. Burp. I'm assuming it did. We're basically priming right now. James Shelton has said you've almost got into a fight. What, here on the Welsh Highland, the Ffestiniog Railway? I don't know why you want to fight about the Ffestiniog Railway. It's a beautiful railway. Let's get the drone out. I want to go droning. Oh, look at that. I remember actually I was chasing the American loco, Mountaineer. When I was pretty young, and me and my dad were driving around, we were on a family holiday up in North Wales, and I can remember we stopped on the road just here and we watched Mountaineer go by, and I can just remember thinking, compared to all the other heritage railways that I've been to, the Ffestiniog Railway really works their engines hard. You know, they have to work for their money, I guess because it is such a steeply graded line. It is quite long as well. I think it's about 20 miles long. Is it 18, 20 miles? From Porthmadog up to Blaen y Ffestiniog. And it's longer than the original line was because they had to divert in certain places. They couldn't use the original track bed. And I think we'll cover that when we get further up the line. I can remember, this is actually the only heritage railway that I've ever been on in my life where I actually got bored of how long the run was. I can remember it was just, there is a lot of it that's basically in trees and you can't see anything, but when you can see the views it's beautiful. But yeah, you can't always see the view. Poop poop. Oh, I should have added an Angry Welshman Productions face to this logo, as is my custom. Do 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 do. Whistle again. Right, go the chat, guys in the chat. I don't know why you go so mental at each other. This is just enjoy the stream, guys. Doug Studios, let me do the question answering. Thank you. Right then, we're approaching a request stop. And somebody just pulled the cord and said, I want you to stop here. So we're going to stop at Penryn. So we'll drop both anchors and pull to a stop. That was quite a significant stop there, I believe. So we'll get the drone out just while we're stationary. I mean, you know, for a freeware route, you can see the amount of detail and care that has gone into making it nice. If I could have Bandicam open right now, I would be taking a few screenshots. I think we'll start going. Let's go. Why aren't we going? Come on. Oh yeah, oh that's good. That was a very big fart. So we'll do a really nice arty-farty pan around. Prince and Welsh pony on a passenger train. Pretty sure we gotta be very careful here because we're gonna go over a level crossing. I do think we should use drones more for filming, but of course it's very difficult to do that because they are quite dangerous if not used correctly. There we go, going across the level crossing at a sort of reduced speed. Brony Dan can smell it through his screen. Hey, Brony Dan, we're in Wales, mate. We're on the Ffestiniog Railway. We're in God's country. Buckeye Nation Railroader, I don't need any additional admins, thank you. Mark is here. You right, Mark? I've never actually spoken to Sam's Trains. I don't know whether he's interested in my videos. I think he would be considered one of the the big timers, not me. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve the subscribers that I have after all. Okay, Doug Studios, one more from you and I will just block you from the stream. So please don't. I don't want to block people. There's no point. There's no need for it. Wonder how many seconds there is delay between me and you guys. So I'm gonna issue like a little challenge just to sort of find out what the delay is. So when I say now, in a few moments, I'll time how long it takes for you guys to reply. So if you hear this, just type yes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep, there we go. 19 seconds delay. Alright. So you're probably just listening to me counting now while I'm watching all the yeses coming in. Oh, Mark. Of course Mark would say maybe. You can't follow instructions, can you, Mark? You bastard. Alright, James Shelton, it sounds like you're having a pretty crappy time at the moment. Getting bullied in school. Scared to tell anyone. Well, it's very difficult to know what to do with bullies. I have two trains of thought. See what I did there with train. I have two trains of thought regarding bullying. Part of me, from my father's sort of influence, says the best way to deal with a bully is to be an even bigger bully, which is not the right answer to give. Because quite often you'll find that bullies, people who are bullies, quite often they're getting bullied themselves. Not necessarily by people in school, but by people at home. In fact, I found this. One of the lads who bullied me when I was a kid in school, in fact, he almost broke my neck at one point. Because him and his little gang decided to pin me down to the floor in the rugby field, and whilst he sat on my back and pulled my head backwards, almost twisting my head around. So that wasn't very pleasant, as you can imagine. I later found out that he was being sexually abused by his own father. You know, so part of me was quite, like, ha, sucks to be you because you bullied me, that's a bit of revenge. But at the same time, it's pretty sad that happened, you know. Nobody deserves that. Even if they bully you, they don't deserve that. Sorry to interrupt this beautiful conversation, but I'm just going to have to squee over this beautiful view. Now, this is a real thing. Oh, God, all the trees, all the time. All the trees. This is one of the most interesting viaducts I've ever seen in my life. It is a viaduct, but it's completely filled in. There's no arches. I love that. Are
you gonna go squee or not then?
No, I was already going squee.
Yeah, but you.
How long have you been there, just listening to me talk crap?
About 30 seconds.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Because the Discord didn't. I'm gonna do the squeeing now. Discord didn't do the thing when you came into the conversation.
Because I was still here, I just unmuted myself.
Oh, right, okay. That was clever of you. Who knows, maybe we'll get people in the conversation later if they turn up.
Oh no.
Oh no. Maybe, you know that guy from... Oh, you weren't in the stream yesterday, that Butterfly Coffee. There was a kid who was going nuts. He wanted Butterfly Coffee to join us.
Oh.
Rip.
Well, she's very welcome to.
Yeah, of course she is. They all are, but I don't know whether they're actually around. Although, to be perfectly fair, I haven't exactly done much in the way of asking. But you know what I'm like.
Yeah.
I just improvise most things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, where are we going?
Oh, it's Sam, except he's muted.
Which conversation are we in Discord?
Officers only.
Officers only. Okay. Yes, basically I was talking about being bullied and that... because James Shelton was just asking about being bullied. Yeah, my one school of thought was just punch them. Just no, honestly, like, it depends on who they are, obviously, but just punch the fucker. But at the same time, it doesn't work, because if you pick on them when they're on their own, then they'll gang up and then kick the crap out of you, which is also not good. I would suggest taking some form of self-defense class, just so you can, at least have the feeling that you can defend yourself. And that helps you go through your school years with a little bit of confidence. But at the same time, it's very difficult for me to offer advice about bullying, because I was bullied myself, and I didn't deal with it very great either. In fact, I've still got self-harm scars on my leg from it, which I'm not proud about, but at the same time, I don't deny that it happens, because my life turned around after I left that environment.
Yeah, and to be fair, you definitely don't fucking sit and blabber about it or whatever all the fucking time, because I've known you for
8 years.
Yeah,
like
a good 8 or more years now, and I don't even remember you having said that you'd got those scars.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with talk. The thing is, I have come a long way since then.
Yeah.
I basically I took a scalpel and I inscribed words onto my leg.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the same time, I didn't do it for attention, and I knew as soon as I did it that it was a mistake. I wish I hadn't done it. It was one of the biggest regrets I've got in my life, was doing that, because it was just stupid.
I've pretty much found the same thing when I've done, when I've cut myself and whatever years ago. I always felt like it was the thing to do to, like, release the pain and the frustration and everything. But I then found sort of pretty much straight after having done it, I was like, well, that doesn't really make anything any better.
No, exactly. And the thing is, that's a huge judgment of your character. Is if you can tell straight away that you've gone fucked up, it basically says you're going to be alright.
Yeah.
Because you can recognise that that's not what you need to do.
No, exactly.
For everybody watching, it's gone really foggy because I used the Armstrong Powerhouse weather setting for the, what was it, like clear to light fog. Although I said light fog, this doesn't look light to me, if I'm honest. This looks like pretty thick fog.
What colour is it, Reese?
White.
White?
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's light fog then, isn't it?
Shut up. Get out. Get out. You need to get out now. No, but yeah, I mean,
get out.
I think we'll pretty much we'll pretty much end the topic of bullying, I'd say. If you, my last bit of advice, make sure that you speak to people. Don't bottle it up. Make sure you talk to your parents. Make sure you talk to your friends. If you have to, speak to a nurse or a doctor and just ask for someone to talk to. Don't keep it to yourself. And if you say you're scared of it, you can't be. You have to accept it, and you have to... Oh god, there's a station coming up. Oh no, I can go past it. It's request stop only.
Okay.
Oh, James Ellison's here. Just accept. You have to accept it. Oh, Butterfly Coffee is in. She's in the chat.
Cake, if you want to, you're quite welcome to come into the voice chat.
Yep, that's it for everybody. Not everybody, but all of them.
All of them. Is Butterfly Coffee.
Yeah.
What they don't tell you, though, is that you actually need push to talk for some reason.
In this channel? Oh, okay.
Well, apparently.
Oh. By the way, hi Sam.
Hello.
Hello.
A conversation about bullying. It wasn't a great time to speak up.
No. Well, I mean, we're pretty much ending that topic anyway. So just to finish, talk to people. Make sure that people are aware, your teachers, because there is support out there. There is far more support out there now than there ever was when I was in school, which I left school 15 years ago. And you were basically at that time, and I'm pretty sure that for James, it was the same for you. You were just left for your own devices. It was like, oh, you're being bullied, right? Okay, well, never mind. It's character building. That's what I got told when I was in school. It's character building.
People are a lot better about it now. I find kids seem to get better support.
Far better
than what you and I would have had. I mean, I know even in the fairly small difference between your age and mine, school's changed a fair bit, but even I felt pretty helpless, generally speaking. But the most important thing is, even if you don't feel that there's anybody who can actually change the situation, is to still talk about it.
Yes.
Because no one's going to chastise you for talking about it. If anything, they're going to want to try and support you and help you or whatever, even if it just means that you continue talking to them about it. Every time it happens, you talk to them about it. That's still some kind of way of supporting you. It will make you far more emotionally at ease. being able to talk about it, and it's an important part of character building for the rest of your life is to be able to talk about this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people are growing up and finding that they're too emotionally insecure to talk about their feelings and stuff, what's happened to them and whatever in their life. And so you find that if you have something happen to you, you don't talk to people about it, or even the people who are closest to you. And you get really shit stuff like, a girlfriend or wife gets raped and can't tell their husband or their boyfriend or whatever because they're that insecure about it and whatever, which I know is a pretty deep, pretty shocking topic, which is, it's a pretty horrible thing to happen to people, and I know people who've been raped. The more you start early on talking about the problems that you have in your life to people who can help you, or at least who can listen to you, it's not just a thing in the now to help you feel better, it's a thing to build you up as a person later, that you'll be more comfortable and happy and at ease and everything with your life. So definitely, at the very least, even if you do nothing else, talk to people. Always talk to people. That should always be the number one priority.
And the thing is, like,
else you can do.
Someone just brought up in the chat, they're like, my teachers don't do anything. Well, it's like, if they don't listen, then you go to the next person, which could be their superior, it could be head of school or the headmaster, whatever. And if they don't listen, you go above. Talk to your doctors are brilliant, your local GP. Just speak to them.
You get more support going to people like that if you go via your parents.
Yeah.
If you've got your parents and your family on your side, it's not just you having to say to people, I'm being bullied. It's you and your mum and your dad or your guardians or your grandparents or your brothers or your sisters or whoever saying the same thing as you, supporting you. So it's not just your voice. It's all your family or your friends or whoever you want to help you, supporting you in, taking it to authority, getting it dealt with, maybe getting you some help to deal with things and whatever, and hopefully actually getting the people who are doing it dealt with.
Another thing which I'm going to say helped me, which I've only realised sort of later on in life, is, and it's going to sound a little bit, sad and pathetic, but don't think about it like that, is the importance of crying.
Oh God, yeah.
How sad and pathetic. I mean,
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you're so supportive, Sam. Well done for supporting everyone.
You're welcome.
But basically, what you have to think about is that if you have an injury, if you cut yourself, say you using a machine and you cut your arm open, like I've done countless times, I cut my hand open with an angle grinder, but you've suffered quite a yeah, I know, I was stupid. I'll tell you about that later, Sam. But you've suffered trauma. Your body has suffered trauma, but that can happen with your mind. And the mind is, when you receive a traumatic experience, if it's bullying, some form of crime, then your mind is suffering the same amount of injuries as you would if you were beaten up or if you've cut yourself. And crying is how the mind helps to deal with it. And you will feel better if you just allow yourself to cry. If that's what you need to do, then do it.
It doesn't have to be in front of anybody or anything like that. You don't have to
No, I mean, you don't have to in the middle of the playground go wah.
And then they ask you what's wrong and you have to tell them everything about it. You can do it privately or even if you do it in front of people. If they ask you what's wrong, you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to feel pressured to to say things you don't want to say or reveal information that you don't feel comfortable with telling people. Allow yourself time to become comfortable with the idea of talking about it. But at the very least, you should be able to cry, even if it's privately. And the amount of emotional release that comes from crying, holy shit! It is one of the most important things anybody can do anywhere, regardless of your gender or your age or whatever. It doesn't matter if you're a bloke or a girl or you're not either of the two or you're both or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter or how old you are. Anybody of any age, any place, any whatever should be able to cry. And there's so much stuff, the past few decades, even since before I was born, about men being big and strong and whatever, and
men are the worst
emotionally
culprits.
Strong and supporting everybody, and which obviously leads to everybody like bottling it up and pretending that nothing's wrong and blah blah blah, which leads to things like bullying not being dealt with because people don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And so you must whatever your emotional thing is, you can't like
Ignore it.
You can't pretend that it's not there because that's only going to make it worse. Do you want to feel worse? No, obviously you don't. So you need.
It is worth saying as well that mental pain is much greater than physical pain.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a hell of a lot of injuries in my time, and I've never had anything which has compared to some of the mental stuff I've been through. And it's not something to be ashamed of. If you suffer mental health issues, that is not anything to be ashamed of or afraid of. It's what happens. But you have got to find the support for it.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is suffer in silence.
If you ignore it, it will come back and bite you. I found that later in the last few years. There's memories I've got from things that's happened that keep coming back to me, and I've had to just accept it and deal with it. One thing I would like to touch on is about especially in men are the worst for this. I might give you the example of my grandfather. He was in a division which was advancing through Germany, which actually liberated Bergen-Belsen concentration camp.
Oh, fuck me.
And the memories that he had from seeing that when they liberated the camp, I don't know how many of you watching the live stream are sort of familiar with history, but during the Second World War, as the Allies were advancing into Germany, they discovered what the final solution that was in full swing and what they were actually doing at these camps, especially to the Jewish people. And when they liberated them, these people were basically dead and dying, and millions of people had been murdered. And my grandfather was part of the team that was liberating and dealing with these survivors. And he never said a single word throughout his life after that he had been involved in it. He died before I could meet him, but my mother said that he was fucked up because of the war. And it was only from me and my dad, who did research into his wartime history, that we found out that he was involved in the liberation. And we also discovered that he was a very, very heavy smoker. And that was basically after that event he started smoking, and in the end he was smoking about 120 cigarettes a day. He was just one after the other, chain smoking.
I thought like 20 or 40 a day was a lot, and like I know there's a few people who smoke like 60 a day, but I mean like even 40 a day is considered a lot by most.
Oh god, he was a chain smoker. He had
pretty much smoking a cigarette for every minute you're awake.
Pretty much, yeah. He had indentations in his fingers from holding the cigarette.
Jesus.
That's
I bet with that many, he probably had
cancer
like, in his teeth that had rubbed away from where he had the cigarettes in his mouth.
Yep, he lost a load of teeth. He was in a real bad state. He died of lung cancer, and you can sort of understand why.
Yeah,
kind of makes sense.
But
something on the topic of this, I would say. Yes, he went through a very traumatic event, but
he never spoke about it.
Something that has. Yeah, if you've been through something that has mentally affected you, don't feel like, it's not as bad as what other people have gone through, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's still a traumatic experience. Like, in the case of my grandfather, at the time, the social attitude was, you were just a coward if you couldn't deal with it. You were just a coward. Yeah. And it's in the years since, World War I and World War II where we've realised what things like shell shock is. The lads coming home from the trenches and dealing with shell shock.
PTSD.
We call it post-traumatic stress disorder now, but at the time it was shell shock, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But we're very slow to react to it. It's only really in the last sort of maybe 5 or 10 years that anyone really sort of accepts or does anything about it. It's it's good that finally stuff is being done about it. But it doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make is that my grandfather never spoke to anyone, not even his wife. Didn't speak to a single soul. He didn't tell anyone. He wouldn't accept help from anyone. he would just deal with it. And for many, many years, he had to live with that memory, and he suffered. But if he was able to communicate with someone, if he was able just to talk about it with someone, and it would have helped, you know, it would have helped him accept it.
Oh, I bet he would have fucking broken down.
Probably.
Absolutely, you know, completely.
He couldn't hold down a job. He would just have these days where he would just like hide under a table or in a closet or something. You know, he just couldn't. There was just some days where he couldn't even get out of bed.
Yeah, no, I'm completely. Yeah.
But that's why I sort of emphasise the importance of just communicating about it.
Yeah. And it's, you know, as was said, like loads of people always think, oh, it's not important because it's not as bad as what someone else is having or whatever. And it really doesn't. At the end of the day, you know, if you've had an experience where, you know, one person has come along and, you know, one day they come along and they punch you in the arm or whatever and it hurts, then yes, okay, that's not very nice. And no, you wouldn't exactly compare that to the experience of someone who's lived through liberating Holocaust camps and, you know, or that kind of thing. No, but if you've had something genuinely serious, then that is equally important to all the other things that are genuinely serious. Like, you don't have to rank yourself against other people. You know, it's if it is, you know, real bullying or whatever, people being genuinely unpleasant, then it's not any more or less important than other things that other people go through that are maybe considered by society to be more horrible. Or what have we done, Reese?
I've gone fucked up. Yeah,
oh dear.
We're gonna have to go back.
Yeah.
Gone into the wrong siding.
Well done.
All that gassing that we've been doing.
There, and I thought you were coming up to it quite quickly. And
yeah.
You're not going the right way, are you?
No, I was just going along, and that's why I zoomed ahead. I was like, oh, yeah. I don't know
just
why.
Want to say though, I think it's a really good thing that people in the stream chat are, you know, very receptive to this stuff that we've been talking about, and, you know, very happy to discuss it among themselves as well as with us and things, and that we can sit here and talk about it, because I think there are a lot of people who would not be comfortable or would not be happy to do that on a stream and have people talking about it in their stream chat, when really it's an important life thing. And is this channel about important life stuff? No, obviously not, and neither is this stream. But the fact that we're all grown up and mature enough to recognise that it's a grown up issue that needs to be talked about, and, you know, that change needs to happen and blah blah blah.
Oh god.
That it affects everybody. It's very important, and it's very good that we can all sit here and recognise that and talk about it.
I have no water.
The ability to be
no, you do, don't you?
Is important.
Oh no.
Yep. So I'm gonna have to.
There's a water crane there though, where you're backing out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put the handbrakes on my train a minute.
Water column, rather. Why did I say crane?
You can call it a water crane, can't you?
I don't really hear people call it that.
I think it depends on the design. If it's one where it swings out, then I guess it counts as a water crane. If it's just one where it's like a tank with just a hose and the hose doesn't move, then it's just a water tank or tower, I believe.
I've completely messed this up. I thought I had more water.
I wouldn't call it a tank unless it was literally just a tank that doesn't, you know, if it was like a secondary tank for something, and it didn't have a water feed from it to go to a loco or whatever, then I'd call it a tank. I'd call it a tower if it was, you know, reasonably a tower and would feed a loco. And I'd call it a water column. Well, I guess in a way it is interchangeable. Columns and cranes, maybe, I suppose. Really?
Does it really matter? It's a thing that gives you water.
Well, you know,
watch it. This is where it won't.
It's a very important thing to talk about.
It's not going to work now, is it?
Probably not. No.
That's all you need.
I bet it won't work.
He's gonna try getting water.
Oh, there we go. It worked.
And it's gonna blow.
God, I can only carry 200 gallons.
Well, it is a very babby tender.
What? The water isn't even stored in the tender online locos, is it?
No, it's in the tank.
Oh, yes. That's very
It's
true.
over the boiler.
Yes.
Even so, it's still a babby engine.
Their saddle tender tank.
I wonder why there aren't more saddle tender tanks.
I guess it was just a kind of pointless
You see
invention.
that the water column rotated the wrong way?
Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
It was facing the loco, and then it turned away from the loco, filled you up, and then turned back to the loco.
Just had a bit to drink, it's just a bit confused.
Yeah.
Fill us up, Mr. Water Tank! No? You don't remember that?
Fill us up,
Gordon's.
Mr.
Go easy on the bit of lemon.
What?
That's all for you, unless you want Gordon's.
But easy on the bit of lemon. Yeah, he gets it.
I'm trying to remember
I
what
get
that's
it.
from. What is it from?
It's that
Thomas the Tank Engine.
spoon.
Oh,
It's
okay.
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Are we coupled? I think we are. Yep,
Wow.
we're coupled up. We're good. It's all good.
I'm just gonna, on a much more amusing note than recent items of conversation. I'm just gonna inform you all that QI's fact of the day for today on Facebook is that the Washington State Department of Transportation in America has had to install a mile marker of 68.9 miles after people continuously stole every 69-mile marker.
Lol.
I wonder how many of those people have got, like, on their front lawn or in their man cave or
Faith
whatever.
in humanity
Washington.
restored. Speaking of faith in humanity restored, there's that egg on Instagram, isn't there? Let's took the world record for the most likes by like 10 million or something.
I think it was like 18
month.
million, like
Isn't it within like 2 weeks or something like that?
something crazy, yeah.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The most liked post on Instagram is an egg that was specifically created for the purpose of becoming the most liked post on Instagram.
That's
and it did
awesome.
it within 2 weeks.
I don't even know if I'm actually stopped at a station or not. I'm just kind of stopped here.
But yeah, if that doesn't restore your faith in humanity, I don't know what will.
We gotta go around the... is this the deviation? Oh no, this is like the spiral thing, isn't it? Alright. So, let's get back on track. I think, I was going to say this about half an hour ago, is that I think James Ellison was trying to get in the conversation.
Ah, well, if he wants to join the call, he'll have to set up the push-to-talk malarkey thing.
I don't know
which is
where
a bit
he...
irritating, but
I don't know where he is. Why is he not in here? He said he was trying to get in, but we're in live stream recording.
yeah, you're in one of the locked channels, but for some reason you've got push-to-talk on it.
Not sure why that is.
Me neither.
Oh well.
I've just come back. I've sorted out the
Let's go all the way to Blind Ffestiniog.
hopefully James can get in now.
That's if he's even still here.
Alright, I'll be back.
Right, in other railway-related news for the day, Bahamas has completed its light engine test runs today.
Yeah?
As far as I am aware, they all went fine, and it will be doing its loaded test runs on Thursday. And if they all go fine as well, it will be returning to Loire Valley a week today. And after that, mainline tours on the Settle and Carlisle line.
Nice.
But yeah, pretty historic moment for the engine returning to the main line in the first time in 25 years.
Apparently the live stream chat is not showing in Discord for him. I have no idea.
Oh. Where is he?
James, are you there? 1.0?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why he's having this problem.
Just click and drag him in if he's there.
He's not in a voice chat. You have to be in a voice chat to be able to be, like, dragged in.
Okay, James Ellison, just join any voice chat and we'll drag you in and we'll sort of try and resolve it.
I can't see him on the list of people on the server.
No, neither can I.
Oh.
Unless I'm being blind.
Are you blind?
He's showing us online on Discord, but he's not in the list of people who are online on the server, so I don't know.
How can I only have 90 gallons left? How have I just used 100 gallons?
Because you're terrible at firing lurkers, I guess.
No, that's just not possible.
That's not true. That's impossible.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I think we're on the new part of the Welsh island. Why is the second loco just pissing water out? Right, let's change the cab view. No, it didn't do anything.
You've got a long way to go until you get to the next water column as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, Nathan says it's because I didn't use a double fairly. He's right, perhaps I should have.
What you should have done is you should have just stuck these two engines back to back and not had any coal.
Yeah. No,
Like,
well,
just cab to cab.
I love the fact that I've got apparently 10 tons of coal.
You've got 10 tons of coal, but you've got no water.
But absolutely square root of fuck all in terms of water. Why is it so foggy?
Also known as 90. It's foggy because you set the weather to fog.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be this foggy. I thought it would go back to not being foggy.
Did you go for clear to foggy, or did you go for foggy to clear?
Clear to foggy.
Then has the weather gone from clear to foggy?
Yes.
Then there you go.
Yes, but it should go back. I thought you like flicked between the two. Oh well, it's a typical Welsh day. In high summer.
Foggy. It's funny you say that because I'm fairly certain every time I've been to Wales it has been foggy.
Probably.
Foggy or drizzly.
Okay, James is apparently waiting in a thing.
Yeah, both Jameses are now in the same Discord chat as us, but they are both for some reason muted.
Awesome. Right then. I've just shoveled about 400 tons of coal on the fire.
Yeah, here I am.
Oh, finally!
I really don't know what happened. Which one of you guys is messing with me?
You, I just genuinely don't understand how you can have so many problems that you do with these things.
The issue is you don't even appear on the list of online members or offline members.
I show up on my screen.
Like, great.
On my screen, you're not even a part of the server.
Beautiful.
I think it's Discord.
Does anybody know how long the Ffestiniog Railway is?
How long's a piece of Ffestiniog Railway?
If you were going to say how long's a piece of string, I was going to have a really clever answer for you.
I was thinking about it, but then I thought,
With Reese being a sailor, he might have a clever answer for me.
No, I think a piece of string probably isn't going to be as long as the Ffestiniog Railway.
Well, how long is a piece of string?
not the length of the Ffestiniog Railway.
Well, what if it's a very long piece of string? One that happens to be the length of the Ffestiniog Railway.
Then I would absolutely love to see the machine that makes a piece of string that long.
Oh, it can. Can
you imagine the size of that ball of string?
If it's man-made like polypropylene, it can just go on forever.
Well, it could, even if it's not man-made. I mean, it'd be.
To a certain degree. If it's like Manila, I think there is like a sort of length that it kind of doesn't work anymore, from what I was told. But I can't remember why.
Fine.
We use Manila rope on pilot ladders. There's a very good reason for doing so.
Is it because Manila rope is good rope?
Well, it is good rope, but it's natural fibre, so if it gets wet and you try and hold on to it, it's still grippy. Whereas polypropylene, if it gets wet, you'll slide on it.
I don't know, sliding could be more fun.
Yeah, but it's also a little bit deadly if you're trying to climb up the side of a ship and suddenly you go, slip, and then it's...
Yeah, but what's more important, health and safety or fun? I mean...
Fun, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who needs limbs when you can enjoy yourself?
Who needs arms and legs? I did a proper manoeuvre today.
There's a reason you have two. You have a backup one in case one of them breaks. You only need one.
I did my first proper job as a pilot, completely on my own, without any sort of like tuition.
So if you hear anything in the news about
any when it's on BBC
that
News,
have exploded or crashed or
see, the BBC News is covering
down or rolled over or
BBC News is covering all this like stuff in Parliament about the Brexit vote. But in other news, on the Humber today, a ship is upside down for no reason. Anyway,
ship found upside down with Welsh dragon painted on the bottom.
Yes, on the bottom of the hull.
Suspect unknown.
Suspects is suspected to be Welsh.
It doesn't just have the Welsh dragon painted on the bottom of the hull, though. On the front of the ship is a very, very strange-looking face.
Yes. Oh, remember that video I did with the Titanic music of the ship going down?
Oh, God.
Oh, that was so funny. I can remember, I was like, this is going to be worth the copyright lawsuit that's going to come from this. Oh, I need to drive the Keighley and Worth Valley again at some point.
Right, well, hold fire on that because I've got a plan.
Sam has got a plan.
I've got a plan most cunning.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is a droning spot. Why aren't you droning, Reese? You should be droning here. And I wish it wasn't foggy because this is where the best scenery is. Oh, in a tree again. That's what always happens when I try and do arty-farty things with Train Sim. I fly straight through a tree.
What I'll do, Reese, is at some point I'll get this Reskin I'm working on, which I can't say on the live stream, but I'll get that finished. When I've got that finished.
Station.
It's one of the Worth Valley related ones.
Oh.
But once I've got... It's the lined one. That's as much as I can say without giving it away completely. Once I've got that done and got the child objects fitted and got a scenario made up, I'll send that over to you and you can have a go at doing a preview for that.
Yes, definitely.
But if I can find any timings for the run it did anywhere, I'd be able to set up a recreation timetable for it.
Oh.
And I don't know if you know what I'm on about. I think you might, but I can't say while we're recording because it's not public information yet.
We'll have to revoke Article 13.
Yep.
Oh god, Doug is mentioning the Llangollen Railway again. Seriously, dude, why? And I like earlier, he basically said, Reese, why do I hate the Llangollen so much? I don't. Just don't think it needs to be mentioned like every 2 minutes. The Gwilly is shit. Nah, I'm only joking. I've never actually been.
Hey Sam, you missed it last.
What did I miss?
Wow, Nathan, that
Me
escalated quickly.
Me
Wow.
me owning Reese.
Well, that doesn't take much, does it? I mean,
Hey, James,
Hi,
we
hi,
are
Reese.
in a society now that is about 200 years on from the time in history when people could be owned, okay?
James, you could have just left it. We are in a society.
Well,
I blame society and its adverse effects on modern culture.
I like how Pat's trains have said no death treats.
well,
I'm guessing he means threats, but
I don't know.
he said treats. Death treat.
Well, to be fair, I still think of the idea of death as a treat.
And
And
we're back on mental health.
James, do you need to talk about it? We're here.
Would you like to talk about it, James?
No, I don't take my own advice.
No. There we go then. Oh dear. Netflix.
Don't
Oh
listen
no!
to Mania.
No! No! This is the worst news I've had all day.
What?
Netflix is going to put its prices up.
Oh, really?
Fuck. Bastards.
I was expecting some news, but no.
Right, that's it. I'm cancelling Netflix.
But
Anyway,
if you cancel, I'll put the price up even more.
I wonder if they'll reboot.
Should go from
If they'll reboot.
get a petition, get the entirety of Netflix cancelled.
Netflix
Get
has
it
been
rebooted as
cancelled and
Netflix
is
2.
being rebooted as the new generation with faces.
Oh, I was saying about we
Reboot
are in a
again,
society,
with
blah blah blah,
Listen.
and Sam was just like, "Oh, you could leave it as we are in a society."
Yeah.
Fucking bloody Mark has commented in the
Does-
chat. We
don't
are
say
in a dead
anymore, you
coach's
can just
society.
leave it at You can
We
just
are.
leave it at bloody Mark.
Netflix, aka Netclicks.
Mark, stop, please.
Well, to be fair, I think the idea of Netflix is to minimise the number of clicks.
Yeah, Netflix is great. I'm just really sad now that they're going to put their prices up. I'm going to have to go on strike.
How would that even work?
I'm just going to turn up at my own job with a big picket and be like, no more Netflix prices. They're like, Reese, get back to work. We don't work for Netflix. I don't want the prices to go up. Be a little bit irrelevant, but yeah. Oh, look, sheep.
And we're back to Welsh stuff again.
Well, this is Angry Welshman Productions channel.
Angry Sheepman Productions, what?
No, the sheep aren't angry, are they? Why are they
I
angry?
don't
They
know.
should be happy.
Should
Oh
they?
God, Reese, sheep
I
on the
mean-
line, but I'm not telling you where.
Sheep on the
Yeah.
line?
Do you remember that?
No.
Sheep on the line? Oh, I better not tell Reese where they are because he'll stop them and shag them.
No.
Well, that sounds about right.
From the ENT stream?
E&T. Oh, yes, you bastard. I love how there's like a
Oh,
level
Mark said it
crossing.
again.
There's a level crossing here with no track going anywhere. It's weird. I guess it's from a siding or something.
Maybe.
It's the line to nowhere.
Wow. Reese,
What?
you know the dislike epidemic that we have?
Yeah.
I've just realised, I'm not gonna jinx this, I hope. Touch his head repeatedly, as
As
in
soon as
touch
you've
wood.
mentioned,
Now that you've said the dislike word, this is going to get about 400
I-
dislikes.
Haven't
Yes.
had a dislike on any of my videos since a video I put up late October.
that's fine because we're just gonna dislike Reese's stuff instead.
Mind you, to be fair, since that video, I haven't put very many videos up.
Yeah, I was going to say. If you don't put...
Interesting news
To be
from
fair,
my
my
end, I
New
forgot
Year's
to
update
mention.
had like 6 likes, and my live stream had 15. Which is not bad.
Bit of videos and uploads and stuff. This week I have been working on a Reskin tutorial, which I am hoping to upload this weekend.
Oh
Nice.
So it'll be the
6
first
hours.
time I've actually tried showing anyone how to do anything.
6 hours of Sam going Control Alt Delete.
Just 6 hours of me texturing a 4K texture pixel at a time.
Nice.
In fact, you know what? Why just 6 hours? Let's go for 60 hours.
Hell yes, the 60-hour live stream.
Let's not speed it up.
I genuinely don't know which
Mark said it
side of the
again.
platform that I should be going in on.
Well, if you're going into one side, there's like a 99% chance you're going into the other side.
Really? No way.
What?
Nah, if you go whichever side you've picked is going to be wrong.
Probably.
I mean, not that I don't have faith in you, but I don't have faith in you.
Not saying I don't have faith in you, but I don't have faith in you. Cheers, Sam.
Yeah, there's no point sugarcoating it.
Yeah. It's alright, I'm quite used to it.
Although that being said, it has been quite a while since I've seen a spectacular failure from you.
I think the last time was on the Keighley-Worth Valley, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was deliberate, wasn't it?
Yes, obviously. What else
Well, I
would
mean,
it be?
the firing, not so much, but the firing wasn't too well, okay, yeah, it was pretty disastrous, but you
It
didn't
wasn't.
break the scenario.
I've just realised something.
You went into the wrong side.
No, I don't think I'm going to have enough room in the head shunt to squeeze both these locos into it.
So you ditch one.
Yeah, but
Put one in
I can't
and
drive
swap
the second
the
one
other one.
separately.
Try stopping and uncoupling it, because once you've been coupled to it, I think you might be able to.
No, there's no driver icon. I'm going to see if I can...
But
Oh, I might... Actually, I might be okay.
yeah, if you've already been coupled up to it, it might let you.
It will.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it does, because if you put a driver icon in it in scenario editor and then couple them up,
One of them disappears.
one of them disappears.
It's okay, as it
says, don't forget wateries.
As
Oh,
it,
there's room for both of them anyway in the hedge jump.
yeah, it's alright. It's worked out. It's all gravy, baby.
Gravity.
So I was going to drive a gravity train back down, but then I thought, nah.
I don't think you appreciate the gravity of the situation.
Ooh.
Have you ever used anything like Alexa or anything, Reese?
No, but I have seen some videos of like kids trying to search for stuff and it brings up porn or something, which is quite horrific.
I've been experimenting recently because Matt, my other half, got just the basic like Amazon Echo Dot, which is the most simple, smallest, but a basic version for our bedroom from a friend of his.
Yeah.
And I've been using it recently for alarms
Oh,
to
right.
wake me up.
Yeah.
And
Alarm!
Alarm! Dive, dive, dive!
Whenever you say alarm, I always think of Indiana Jones.
I always think
Oh,
of Das
no, Mark's
Boat.
at it again.
yeah, I was going to say Das Boot. Well, I used it last night to set an alarm to wake me up this morning because I was on my own last night. I said, set alarm for...
My internet just died.
No, the stream's gone
The
a bit
stream
weird.
went weird for... I think my internet went funny for a moment there.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, so I set the alarm, and it woke me up this morning on time, everything fine. Yeah, so this afternoon I tried to set the alarm for my nap. So as I'd said 3 AM last night, I said, right, set alarm for 5 PM. And it said, set alarm for what time? I'm starting to think, well, right, it didn't hear me correctly. Set alarm for 5 PM. Set alarm for what time? Set alarm for 5 PM. Set alarm for what time? I was sat there thinking, okay, this is interesting. So I then said, set alarm for 5 o'clock. And it then said, is that 5 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Well, you see, the thing about that is I've been trying to call you.
I can't seem to stop in the right place.
It's because you're trying to fill up the tender and not the engine.
Yeah, but I did it earlier and it was fine. Oh, there we go. I got it.
Yeah, this morning I managed to sleep through 5 separate alarms, only
Well
to be
done.
woken up by the dustbin men.
Did you have anywhere to go today?
Yeah, work.
Oh, Rip, were you late?
I have my alarm set well in advance of when I actually need to get up, specifically for that purpose.
I see.
I wonder where you get this bloke from. He looks like my boss.
So, Reese on the slave market.
What?
Wonder where you buy this bloke from. Wonder where you get him.
What, modern day Welsh slavery?
Modern day Welsh slavery, bah.
Aye,
God.
it's a tradition.
Yes, we Welsh have been enslaved for long enough, haven't we? I bought that the new Just Trains Swiss logo, the steamer.
I didn't know
Oh,
I had
really?
one.
Yeah, it came out today.
I will have to go have a look now because I've got an interest in foreign stuff because I've run out of English stuff to get.
It is quite a nice logo, but the textures are naff.
Yeah,
Which-
it's DK, so
Yeah, but
those were put out on some other site. I think it was like simtrain.ch
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever
the same.
it is.
That's it. Yeah.
Not
Yeah, it's the same thing on there. When I saw it when it came out on there, and I was just like, nah.
Not meaning to sound awful, but a lot of the stuff released on Just Trains doesn't have the best textures.
Well, yeah, it's because it's Romantic Railroads. It's banned, and he just hasn't really learned anything about texturing. It
It's a
seems
bit-
for
It's
years.
MSTS-y.
Yeah, I think he did create for MSDS. I don't
Yeah.
really think he's changed his methods for texturing at all in that time.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I know there's a bit more content to it, but it's more expensive than the IVK. You know those brilliant articulated locos that we really like.
Yeah.
Idris?
Yeah,
It's-
that's
it's
what's
more-
annoyed me.
You
That's-
mean the
More expensive than
mallets?
those, and they're advanced. Yeah, they come with wagons and stuff as well, and the other one comes with wagons and so on. So I don't see how they can get away with charging that price, other than that's what the price already was on SimTrain.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
think
not
it
worth
was. It's not. I'm really quite pissed off that I paid so much for it. I was quite naive, and I just went, "Oh, I'm going to try that."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Do you know what?
wouldn't-
Actually, there is freeware stuff out there that's better."
Yes, there is. Have you
That's-
seen though that the guy who created the IVK has got a new Facebook page, and he's currently working on some mainline standard gauge steamers from Germany.
Ah,
He's working on the BR01.5, which is a very nice, quite modern Pacific, and also the BR50.35, which is basically like, you know, the BR52s, the Kriegslocks.
yeah.
It's one of the designs that came before that, except he's working on the Reco version of that, which is the rebuilt version, which is from after the war. And that's a nice 210 freight loco.
Nice.
Very, very, very
Yeah, I'll be
pretty.
back in
And
a
they're
minute,
they're all
few
going to be,
minutes.
you know, like properly advanced and bits and pieces too, like the IVKs are. They really, really do look awesome.
Okay, all my coach doors are still open for some reason.
Oh no.
Did you press T to open all the doors before you uncoupled?
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, it does
Yeah,
that.
you press T again and it'll do it.
Yeah, if you uncouple a train when the doors open, they'll just stay open until you couple up and reopen them. Wait a minute, are none of us going to point out Reese just did a full run round without cocking anything up?
Oh wow, well done, mate. Well done.
And he took on fuel. Reese, congrats!
I know, right?
Watch it, it's going to derail as soon as it sets off now, isn't
I
it?
was going to say power. Yeah, I was hoping to do like a nice evening run.
But you set the weather to foggy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really hoping to do a nice evening run, but it's all foggy and it looks shit.
Yeah, the issue I've found with fog in train sim is that it doesn't change depending on time of day. but all the lighting does.
I'm kind of wondering
So-
whether to just edit the scenario because, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do that. We'll edit. I'm cheating a little bit, I know. We'll do the run back down in the nice
Reese?
evening.
Cheating?
I don't know what sort of time of day I should choose. Right, we'll
And
do...
Doug's back at it in the chat again.
Right, clear, low wind. We'll use that, and we'll do... Probably... Wonder what time in the summer would be, like, evening. Probably 20...
Summertime.
Let's try 2100. Play.
2100.
Oh, that's too late. 2100 is too late. I want to do evening, sunset sort of time.
Now, have you ever had sunset at 9 o'clock?
Yes.
That's not too late, that is sunsetty enough. You still got it set on clear to fog, haven't you?
No?
No?
No, it's
Ah,
just,
yeah, you
just
changed
clear.
it.
That does actually look quite good. Right, let's put us back in Bliney Ffestiniog. Right, yeah, APEP clear. Low wind. Sausage! Right.
You should go for high wind and see if you can get the train to blow over.
I need
Reese,
to create the consist.
You know how annoying it is when you get a song stuck in your head?
Oh god. Are you about to sing it?
To the gates of hell, as we make our way to heaven, to the Nazi lines.
Yes.
No reaction.
I agree. I completely agree with you,
7.
my dear sir. There was 7 of those. Right, we're actually in the sunlight, as was actually intended. Perhaps we'll actually go from the correct platform. I'm assuming... Oh no, we'll just stick it there. Perf.
Sausage.
We need like making us a 3D face so we can put it on all of Reese's engines.
What, a sausage?
You know, like the meme though, the sausage meme.
Oh, the sausage face, yeah.
Yeah, we need like face making as a 3D one that we can stick on all the engines.
Mm.
Right, there we go. No! Stupid.
You've tenders up.
Oh, literally, this is annoying. Every time you couple it up, it flips it the wrong way. Oh my god, I am literally developing cancer. Right. There we go. We're good. We're good. And
I
we
don't know why it keeps flipping it every time you couple it up. That is very...
God, where's the sun? It's about to go down over that mountain. Oh, that looks pretty.
You know, the other thing you forgot, Reese, is that it's swapped all the coaches as well.
No, it hasn't.
No, it's
It
turned
has.
them all round.
It has. You're right. Stupid thing. Oh, right, screw it. We're going. And now I have to take all the handbrakes off again.
So it's going about as well as could be expected now.
Right, we're good. We got this. Although, technically, I suppose I should be in the lead loco, really.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do pony. Come on, pony, we're off. I just changed cab view.
I thought you hated horses.
I can't. I just realised
I
that
hate horses.
I do hate horses. They're cunts. I know Cake wouldn't be happy with me saying that, but oh well.
Not due to personal experience of anything there.
Oh my god, this is so cool. I'm just watching a video of the big German freight loco, and when you start up, you know you've got as on many locos, you've got a nice tray above the fire roll doors for warming things and whatever.
Yeah.
Or for an oil can.
Or a cup of tea.
Or whatever. Yeah. Well, it's got an oil can on there, and you have to click the oil can, and the oil can will disappear, and it says, the bearings are being oiled, blah blah blah, and then after a while it appears again and says the bearings have been oiled.
Oh,
Nice.
And if you don't do that, then you'll damage the loco.
Nice. Oh.
See, something I'd like to see would be an incredibly advanced industrial engine.
Oh, like the Bagnall from the West Somerset Railway.
Just anything that you wouldn't be able to take mainline and thrash, but something that you would actually have to properly look after, like on the real thing. I mean, it's nice with the mainline engines, but with the mainline engines, really, in train sim, you just set it off and watch it go. You know, it doesn't need too much attention paid to it. Whereas with an industrial loco, you kind of have to focus a bit more on what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd really like to see more of that.
And something other than an austerity as well would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, there was that 060 Bagnall that worked on the West Somerset Railway when they first reopened. That would be something I would like to see.
Lord Mayor,
Or the
Berkeley.
Mardy Monster.
Nunlow.
Vulcan and Victor.
Vulcan is in the Worth Valley Diesel, that's absolutely mega.
Yeah, I'd like that too.
The
But
sausage.
Vulcan and Victor, the Bagnalls.
Yeah,
Wool Sharks Bagnalls.
Yeah, Victor is that one I was on about, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's two of them. There's Vulcan and Victor.
yeah.
And there's another one, I think, at Lakeside or something.
Yes,
Oh.
called Princess, I believe. That might be a different one though.
No, I think that's
No, that is a different
that's 16-inch or 15-inch or something.
I'll see if I can find a picture
It's
of it.
like, I think Princess is like Empress.
Yes, it is. But yeah. More industrial locos. Train sim devs hearers. Mind you, I do have some information on that, which again I'm not allowed to actually share because it's not public yet, but still.
Well,
So
you
let's
could always
tell all 60
PM me
people
and Reese.
in the stream that we can't tell you anything.
Yeah. Well, there's not really anything to tell yet. It's just plans are in motion for stuff. But until there's any actual progress to show...
Until someone's making me 813, I don't care.
Well, until there's a model actually textured and in-game, there's not really any point in announcing anything.
Very true. You could still tell me and Reese though.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to tell you, but not until the live stream's over.
Or you could just, DM.
Nah, effort.
But what's the point in telling everyone in the live stream that there's something but you can't tell them? What's the point?
Because
Well,
it's
I mean,
fun.
I could just not tell them anything.
Yeah, let's do that.
But, I mean, where's the fun in that?
Where is the sausage in that?
But yeah, there's 2 tank engines in development. One is an industrial, one is not in anyone. Both have 6 driving wheels.
Helpful.
But not necessarily 6 wheels in total.
Okay.
One of said tank engines is by an industrial locomotive building company, and one of them is from one of the big mainline companies, one of the big 4. And that's as much as I'm saying.
Right then, we're heading out of that station, wherever it is. Heading south all the way to Doobie, what's it?
Unless you're on the Wharf Valley, in which case heading south is actually going uphill.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I can hear the
Which
sound of a
is,
level crossing.
Which is one of the confusing things about the Wharf Valley. Because in railway terminology, going up to Oxenhope is going down the line, but uphill all the way.
Nice.
And vice versa, going back to Keighley is all downhill, but it's going up the line.
Who cares about ease of understanding?
Well, yeah.
Did you see the post I put in AWP about the QJ on the Landia Dog line?
Isn't that the Chinese thing?
Yes. And I can remember when it came out, it was like considered for trains or railworks at the time. It was considered quite advanced, and it is literally a potato of DLC that compared to what you can get now. But hey. So we're rolling back down the hill. I should have done the gravity train. Do you know what? I'm going to do that. World Editor. Let's have a gravity train, just for pure shits and giggles.
You should stick the big boy on it.
On a gravity train?
Yeah.
Might as well. Nah, not really. I need to know how to make a gravity train consist. Let's see if I can figure it out. Birth. Where would I actually put it is another question. Because it can't go in the platform. It's going to have to go somewhere where there's a bit of a downhill gradient.
It's a shame you can't get out and push. But that'll be something interesting for Train Sim, a drivable horse.
Yeah, and then I could call it a cunt. Fuck's sake!
Could you imagine? That'd make an incredible live stream.
What, me for
Like-
4 hours screaming cunt at a horse?
Nah. Pre-locomotive transport, the pump trolley, and a horse, and gravity trains.
Let's see, Chorus Railway Gravity Wagon. And I need to make that a drivable one, so Chorus, Open Wagon, Gravity Run, Second Wagon. Does anyone else know how to do this? Because it needs to be done properly. I'm guessing we need loaded wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can't remember how many brake wagons we need on it. If anyone could remember how to do it or what I need to add, just let me know, because I've got no clue what I'm doing. Which is pretty normal.
Reese? No idea what he's doing.
I imagine that'll be enough, and then I need these brake wagons, don't I?
That's a fairly lengthy train.
Oh, I can't remember what to do. Is it second? Because they need to have the brakes.
No, you don't.
Because these wagons don't have brakes on them.
Exactly.
Because I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be... Oh. There is no consist for the gravity train. I need to place it apparently down by the power station. Okay, we'll do that. Right.
Copyright strike.
Where is the line? Where's the track? There. No, it's not. Here it is. I hope that's on a gradient. We'll see when we... right. Peter's saying there's too many cars. I genuinely have no idea if there's any form of braking. I'm pretty sure we need these special brake wagons. Chorus Railway, Gravity. If anyone's ever made the consist for the Gravity train, just let me know, because I genuinely still have no idea what I'm doing.
So, tonight in Angry Welshman Productions, Reese has no idea what he's doing.
And James
Nothing
talks.
is amiss.
James talks about his sausage.
Yeah.
Sam reads a book because he's bored.
Give me a second, I'll go find a really, really boring book.
What, like wagon numbers through the ages or something?
That would be a fantastic book to use for this circumstance.
Right, I'm assuming that this is as good as it's going to get.
You should have run it without any brakes.
Slate wagon, tipper wagon, no. Gravity, oh, there it is. I used the wrong one. It's CR open wagon for Gravity. Yeah, I've used the wrong one. Okay, so we'll move that. Delete all of them.
Delete.
So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How long were these wagons? 12, 13, 14,
Tonight on
15,
Angry Welshman Productions,
16,
Reese
17,
learns how to
18,
count.
19, 20, 27, 23. I've lost count. I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck.
See, this is, I forgot. Bugger. No! To all the people in the chat saying it's too long, stop telling him!
Why is it too long? There's brakes on it.
Just don't break them.
See what we did there. But I think we have to add these special wagons with people in them, so that we actually have braking effect. I think that's probably long enough. I'm hoping this is enough of a gradient for me to actually... Yeah, back in the day it was like 100. I thought so. Right, we need the special Gravity one. There we go. We'll have a couple with people.
To all the people saying that, you know, I hope Reese doesn't break it. Specifically Mark, copy my jerk. God's sake, Mark. Screw you.
Gravity one wagon. I'm
Why
hoping...
did you just put a random tipper wagon in?
I didn't. I was just looking through the list. Hopefully this will be enough braking force.
You should stick a Santa special coach on it.
What do you mean a Santa special coach?
One of the Cornish Santa special coaches.
Where are they?
It will just be on the wagons list.
Chorus Railway Carriage Santa Special. Okay, we'll have one at the back. There we are. Right then, let's give it a go and see what happens. I've genuinely got no idea whether this is going to work.
Probably not.
So, loco brake off. And of course we're actually rolling the wrong way. So, that's gone well.
That's gone about as well as could be expected.
So if I just apply the brakes, brakes do nothing.
Well, at least you know the brakes don't work.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's going the wrong way to start with. So I need to put it the other direction.
You need to put it at the very end and give it a big push.
And so I see things are going wonderful as usual. Back, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm on... Yeah, I'm on the downhill gradient, right? I need to restart the scenario there and move it forward. I'm not sure where the downhill gradient starts there, though. That's the thing. But also, we need to figure out how to actually stop it. Are we able to stop it?
No.
How do I add... Right, let's move it to start with. So, perf. I think we'll go about here. That's got to be on a gradient now. We need to figure out how to apply the brakes. So, I'm assuming we just need more of these guys. For the weight. I'm pretty sure, like, there was supposed to be... I'm pretty sure I'm doing it wrong, though. There's not supposed to be this many, like, locos in... Or loco wagons, because they were supposed to be... The wagon was supposed to have a bloke sitting on the side of it. Wonder... No, it's just called wagon. Right, let's try it.
You know, while you were setting this up, about 20 people disappeared from the stream, and now people are expecting you to crash it. That number has risen again. There's now... It went from about 40 people, it's now almost back up to 60 again. It's almost like people expect you to crash and fail.
There is no stopping capability. I've just applied the brakes. Right, so, yeah, this is gonna go well.
Explode and die, explode and die, explode and die, explode and die.
I was just getting ready to say, insert derailment here.
Hey, you've got 100 gallons there. I mean, that's good, right?
I've got 100 gallons of fuel, yeah, that's great.
100 gallons of manpower.
Well, to my guys sitting in the wagons behind me, this guy's looking a bit nervous. He's got every reason to be nervous. We're on an out of control. We're unstoppable. Yeah, we are unstoppable right now.
Little did the train simulator people fixed to the wagons know. They were slowly but steadily rolling towards their inevitable death. If you find yourself on a gravity train, slowly and inevitably rolling towards your own death, why not reach out and talk to someone about it?
How long will
Insert
it...
runaway theme here. I just realized that Tidmouth Sheds Productions had already said what I said.
Oh.
Oh, Pat's crazy. going off the rails on a crazy train.
I like how there's just randomly a few normal passengers mixed in there.
Well, we're not going quite as fast as I thought we would.
How fast are you going?
19 mile an hour.
Train.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Sets points for a dead end sighting.
He doesn't need to.
It's actually going alright so far.
That's funny, I thought it was going all left.
Oh, you're so funny, Mr. James.
Yeah. Oh, for goodness sake, what's downloading on Steam now?
Your mum.
Drugs.
That's what's happening.
Drugs.
Oh, more workshop updates.
And drugs.
No.
Well, I mean, we're only doing 21 miles an hour. We need to be hitting about 40 miles an hour at Boston Lodge to make it to the harbour.
I had a funny scenario play out in my head, Reese, on the way home from work.
Already getting
You know how you always scare us with your driving in PUBG. I'm guessing he's going to refuse to acknowledge that.
No, I'm not going to acknowledge that.
Not going to acknowledge what, Reese?
He's not going to acknowledge that he scares everybody that rides with him in PUBG.
Ah! Ooh,
Bingo.
Caledonia Works has just posted an update of the Sterling single.
Yeah, but there's no small tender variant yet. I'm waiting for the small tender.
I'm waiting for Emily.
It's irritating. With my push to talk, right as I activate to talk, it rings. I hate that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good God.
Oh yeah. William Sterling single, I have a reskin planned for it.
Into Emily livery.
No, but it's actually not too dissimilar, but it's not supposed to be Emily. You know the green I put the 812 into?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Sterling into the same livery,
Oh, right.
but I want to use the small tender variant, and preferably the domed variant as well, but it depends what Chris actually does.
I think 22 mile an hour is actually quite a good speed for the gravity train.
Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. I think everyone was disappointed, to be honest. Everyone was expecting me to crash and burn.
Everyone was hoping you would crash and burn. Not that we don't like you, but we find your failures amusing.
Yeah, I knew it.
If you find yourself bullied by half of the internet and virtually all of your subscribers, feel free to talk about it.
No, I'm not going to talk about it. Not to you cunts, anyway.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Right, well, there goes all our love and support for you, Reese.
I know, right?
Well,
I'm on my own again.
Screw you.
All by myself. I've got a gravity train being filmed from a drone with the sunset in the background. That looks beautiful.
You need to rename it Lonesome Welshman Productions now.
Yep. Oh.
Hey Sam, have you seen my memes from last night?
No. Where am I looking for? Well, I might have done. Where am I looking for?
AWP.
In the Discord channel or the Facebook group?
The Facebook group.
Let's have a look. Ba-da-ba-doo.
That is one long gravity
Mark.
train.
This is Mark Horner says, this is a serious suicide message. If you find your train being pulled by Reese Davies, jump off.
Bit harsh.
Well,
I'm actually a very good driver.
That's not necessarily necessary. It just depends if you want to live or not.
If you don't want to live there, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's, if you want to go out in a flaming ball of, fire and death, it's a good way to go, I mean, get Get
but
you in
that's the
newspapers and
beauty.
stuff.
That's the beauty of the gravity train. There is no fire.
That's disappointing.
Spaceman 142, none of that.
Yes, James, I have seen your memes from Angry Welshman Productions. Yes, the Pikachu one in particular.
That was why I made it. Because I knew it would
Reese.
fit the situation.
Reese takes the piss out of people. Other people bash the Great Western. Reese,
Yes.
surprised Pikachu.
Not really fair, but go on.
It's entirely fair. The Great
not,
Western
no.
is, the Great Western is not great.
Yeah,
It's a
to
lie.
get back to what I was going to say earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say, what other company survived that's called Great? Literally none of them. It's not the Great Northeastern
Yeah,
Railway, is
There-
it?
there-
It's not the
there
Great
was-
Midland
well,
Scottish.
there
It's
was
not the Great
Chicago
Southern.
Western Railway over-
But the LMS is the best way.
No. It's not great, though, is it?
Reese,
Mass
Great
race.
is the best.
Reese.
What?
If you remember, there was a company called the Great Northeastern Railway.
Yeah, but they didn't survive.
Well, no, but you know,
They're
they
not
were-
that, they're not that
Western.
great, then, are they?
The Great Western didn't survive.
The Great Western is still running.
Yeah, but it's not the same Great Western.
Yeah, it's not the
It's
same
virtually-
company. Like, the Great Western ceased to exist for like 70 years, and then the name came back, but the company didn't.
Yeah, well, they're still using the name, which proves how good it is.
Yeah, what do you mean? Well, no, they're not still using it. It's come back after 70 years.
Yeah,
What
but so
I
they're
want
still
to know-
using
I
it.
want to know what the legal implications of calling yourself.
There's
Let me have a
there
read.
is
have
no
the rest
still
You
here
have to
too.
legally prove that you are great if you have great in your company name. If
Yeah,
you are
but
Great Western Railway,
I don't
do you
think they
to,
have
like,
anything to
legally
justify. You know,
prove
they
it?
are great.
Nah, but prove it.
I can prove it.
Can you?
Yeah, with just opinions. That's all you can prove.
No.
Okay, Reese.
But this is coming from the
Prove
guy
it.
who got proved that Swindon Works was not first.
Your mum wasn't first.
That might not necessarily be a
That's your
bad
call.
thing.
That's your fallback option, huh?
Yes. That's what I'm going with. I was expecting this gravity train to go a little bit faster than this, to be honest.
Have you got all the handbrakes on or something?
Well, I got the brake on, but
Well,
I
take the
don't.
brake
It's
off
not
then.
doing anything, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but if you've got the brake on, you feel like you're going slower. If you take it off, it feels faster and more dangerous.
Insert roller coaster music.
We're heading to Porthmadog in the sunset. It looks so beautiful. Yeah, James is still in the stream there. Is he still in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you left.
No, I just went to go and see what Matt wanted for dinner and put it in the oven for him. 'Cause I'm such a loving fiance.
Pendant Castle has it right. Insert roller coaster tycoon 2 screams.
Apparently it's just a matter of time until I crash.
Well, I hope so.
No. I don't want to crash, I want to actually succeed.
Well, if you
Only
it'll be bitterly disappointing.
time will tell.
You want to know more about Lasingo? Well, all you need to know about Lasingo, Thomas Trains, in 1945.
Is that he
Is
doesn't
that
have to
Emily?
type in capital letters all the time. That's what he needs to know.
That, and that Emily will not be included until me and Reese team up to make it, because we're evil like that.
Yeah. Chris will never forgive us.
Yeah,
I don't think he's forgiven Reese for all the times that he's wrecked and or fatal blowback stuff on his train.
or, you know, when Reese does live streams advertising a product, and instead of actually advertising it, just slags it off the whole time. Or,
Now,
you
to
know,
be fair,
talks about
I've never
how-
actually done that.
No, you just go, let's advertise the Bossman games, whatever. I can't drive it. It's a terrible loco. I can't fire it. I'm just mucking everything up.
I never said it's a terrible loco.
No, but your abilities were
Meanwhile,
lacking.
Bossman Games releases an LMS locomotive, and he's praising it, and then GWR is over here. Am I a joke to you?
Yes.
Oh no, we're slowing down. Keep going, come on!
And before he stops and rolls backwards again.
No, we're speeding up now.
Yeah, it's just going to be rocking backwards and forwards across the whole line.
Do you remember there was that song by Dave Golder about the train that split its load and it was just like rolling back and forth? Penworry Dip, I think is. The driver was looking for the end of the train. Imagine his shock when he saw it go by, or something like that. It was the Penworry Dip. You can imagine his face when he saw the train went past at the speed of a train. No, I can't remember the words. Balls.
That's probably a good thing.
I can remember 8 Freight Blues. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a load of songs that I loved that he wrote. We're slowing down again. Come on! Oh yeah, just so you know, lads, James was spazzing out in the live stream last night.
I pretty much freaked Reese out.
Yeah, because you thought you were muted and you were just sat there spazzing out at your computer, and then I was like, yeah, you know.
It got weird. And then we started doing impressions, and Reese failed at it. He tried and failed to be Peter Griffin. Somehow, even though I'm not a fan of Family Guy, I did a better Peter Griffin than him.
Yes, the Welsh engineer is asking me about the Big Bertha song. Dee-doo-doo-doo, 10 big wheels, just a roller along, just a working girl on the licky. Bertha's the name in the Hall of Fame. She was the only one of her kind. The first and last of a line.
James, can you mute him?
Yes, actually, I probably can.
If you mute me, I shall become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
For those people who are watching, you won't have known this, obviously, because Reese's mic is going directly onto the stream. But I literally server muted Reese just as he said, "If you mute me, I shall become more powerful."
Right, that's it. That's it. You're. I can't see Discord right now. I will end you!
Okay.
The timing of light couldn't have been more perfect.
There's I don't know whether it's out yet, but if it's not, there is an update coming for the IVK. New exhaust sounds. Some various different problems solved. New wheel slip and wheel revolution calculation, water consumption reduced, changes to scenarios.
The IVK, that's the German ones that we were driving.
Yeah, the Gunter Mayer ones.
Nice. We need to do that. We need to do that again in another stream.
Yeah, various cool new bits. Basically, it's not just like a small bug fix update. It's actually going to be quite a nice new one. I don't think the update is out, so I'm gonna just double check and download it and see if it's any different, pretty much. But yeah, I'll let you know. I think when the update comes out, we need to do a sesh on that line.
Definitely.
Right, I have got to go and sort some more of the dinner out, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I'm just droning around the slow-moving gravity train.
I thought you were going to say you're just droning on and on and on.
Well, that too, but there's nothing new there.
To be honest, this has been a bit anticlimactic. I was expecting it to go bombing down the hill.
You've let us down, man.
I
You've
know.
let us down.
I always thought, longer is better, but not in this case. It hasn't really helped.
The shameful Welshman.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I'm not ashamed. I'm very happy.
Well, you shouldn't
I didn't mean you were ashamed. I meant we were.
Yeah, we're just bitterly disappointed, really, like you haven't crashed and derailed. You've
think-
let all your fans down.
I know, I think most people are. Here come the dislikes. There's already 3 of them.
What? Mate, like 4.
4, right, all the people watching the live stream, just dislike this video now. Every single one of you. There's 60 people. Everyone dislike the video. Just for a moment.
Do it.
And then we'll see how
Leave
many
it
dislikes we
permanently.
can get. Go on, let's get as many dislikes as we can.
Okay, now, sorry, I'm just going to have a quick rant. Isn't it great to see Leander return to the main line today? No. It was Bahamas. You can tell it was Bahamas, because Bahamas is the only one which has the double chimney.
We got 9
And it's also
dislikes.
green.
19 dislikes.
18. There we
Oh,
go.
come on, who dislikes it?
Come on, let's get more. We want more dislikes.
We need.
If
what
you
we
have
need to
already
do-
liked it, just unlike it and then press dislike. I want to see how many dislikes we can get just for the one bit, just for a bit of time.
just leave it permanently disliked.
No.
Just get the entire 7,000 plus subscribers to dislike.
Let's make this the most disliked video since Friday.
Yes.
Speaking of like, the video where I found out about that update for the IVK race, YouTube has messed it up quite interestingly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So apparently, Reese, this video of the work on the BR 5035 and the update to the Saxon IVK has got 29,301,415 likes.
Jesus.
Yeah, YouTube done fucked up. Yeah, I've just refreshed the page and it says 15.
Mine's saying 25 now.
Oh no, I meant for that video, not the...
Oh, right.
Yeah. 26 dislikes on your stream. Oh, 25 now. Oh, no,
142 is
26.
saying about Flying Scotsman's 90 mile an hour disaster. What does that mean? When did Flying Scotsman go 90 mile an hour?
Never. It's a lie created by Liel and ER for publicity.
I was going to say, you wouldn't get an A3 to do 90 mile an hour if you pushed it off a cliff.
Nope.
Well, you would.
No, it's a lie.
No. It's impossible. It's physically impossible in any possible way.
It's just a complete lie.
Now, City of Truro, on the other hand, you can get that up to 900
Oh,
miles an
you
hour.
can get that to a 104, I think. Without any trouble. That's what I heard.
I think that's all a lie spread by Reese. Propaganda.
It's a lie, and the first loco to actually reach 100 mile an hour was an industrial loco.
It was actually a Bagnall. Was the first loco to achieve 100 mile an hour officially.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Peter Proctor decided to dislike the live stream because of the route. So actually, you're disliking my video because of something that's not even my fault. So yeah, thanks for that. Thank you. You know, I didn't make the route, by the way, just so you know.
Get wrecked.
Rip. Oh, that would be an amazing shot to do with this like viaduct thing.
Thomas Train 1945 has been out of timeout for a while, apparently, in all caps again, but did bring up an interesting note. Carol Channing died.
Who?
Apparently she's some Broadway star. I didn't know who she was, even because when I heard people on Whose Lines Anyway joking about her, I was like, wait, who's that?
Oh, well, I thought everyone knew who Carol Channing was.
Yeah, it's even. Yeah, the famous people passings have started pretty quickly, and it's already started to hit the motorsports world. A team co-owner in one of the series the racing leagues I watch passed away.
Ripperoni in pepperoni.
What the fuck? Facial snails are a thing.
Facial snail?
Yes. People actually having snails put on their face for like skin exfoliation.
I'm not surprised.
Ew.
I love how they just sort of convince people to do really weird shit. And it's like, yeah, you know.
Well, to be fair, Reese, if you think snail facials are bad, remember that semen facials are already a thing.
Bob Bukaki.
Well, as in legit, like, oh, make the condition of your skin better by putting semen on it.
As in, but the thing is, they were actually talking about seafarers. They weren't talking about the other kind of seamen.
Get seafarers to sit on your face.
That's literally what it was. Just turn up at, the ferry dock and we'll sit on your face and that makes your face better.
Yeah. Seriously though, people are actually buying semen or getting their mates to give them semen to stick on their face.
That's beautiful.
And on that subject, I'm going to have to send off.
Okay, why have you got to go and prepare some semen?
Potentially.
He's just like, oh, that reminds me.
Yeah, now you mention it.
He's just got to go and have a quick Tommy tank before he goes to bed.
A quick
yes, exactly that.
A quick tug.
Anyway, I'll see you guys around at some point.
Okay, bye-bye, scumbag.
Later.
Bye, Reese, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm just watching this video of the updated IVK, Reese, and it looks and sounds quite good, and the wheel slip feels quite realistic.
Ooh.
So I think it'll be a bit more challenging to drive.
What I'll do is after we've got all the way to the bottom with this gravity train, I'll show you guys this Swiss loco that I bought today just to show you the textures. Yeah, unfortunately this has been a lot more anticlimactic than I was expecting. Although, I do realise we're not going to be able to stop when we reach the bottom.
Ah.
I would say, for everybody watching the stream, feel free to like the video again. Let's not leave it on that downer.
It was a thing Reese said about doing, so everyone disliked. Feel free to like again, yeah.
And we'll do some Swiss driving, I think. Some Swiss locomotive, Herbile. Herbile. Going to blow my horn on the mountain. That's a reference to what Swiss people do, by the way. Just in case you were wondering. You know, alpine horns? No? Nobody?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad we clarified that. Oh, he does. This Armstrong Powerhouse pack does look pretty darn good. Something just went off. I think it was my heater. When my fan went off, it just feels weird.
Yeah, no, the update's not out yet. I don't know when it's coming though. Because the video was posted a month ago. So, don't know what's going on there.
No one has noticed that I've joined.
We
now
were just
have.
pretending we didn't notice.
And on that note, I'll be right back to get the food out
I
there.
knew, but I didn't say anything.
Aww.
It's
I
lol,
just wanted to see
everybody.
if they knew.
Hello.
Lol.
Lol in his notebook. Ah, gravity train.
Yeah, it's been very anticlimactic, to be honest.
Does the gravity train literally act like unfitted rolling stock and just goes down the hill, or is there like a driver engine?
There is a drivable one, but all you've got is a brake. And in the case that I couldn't work out how to actually add more braking wagons, so basically I'm on a completely unbraked gravity train, but we can't get fast enough to actually, do anything that's remotely dangerous. So.
Aww. So basically you just put it at the top of an incline and then you just let it go.
Basically, yes.
There's no you can't like manually move it forward.
Nope, unless you get a loco to go and push you.
Oh.
There is absolutely no propellant or propulsion on this.
Propellant. It's a rocket.
We'd like liquid oxygen and hydrogen, mix them together, and bang!
Bang. So you just get an engine. Like, is the top level or is the top inclined?
Well, I actually loaded the scenario and I put it in the wrong place, so it started rolling the wrong way. So I had to move it. But look at that sunset! Oh, that is beautiful. Sunset in Porthmadog. That is a screenshot and a half. I just wish I had Bandicam open so I could take a screenshot.
Nothing must distract you from the slow-moving train you're in charge of.
That is a beautiful scene.
The people aren't liking it. It's a significant amount of dislikes.
Yeah, but we told them to do that.
Oh.
We actually did. We said everybody give us dislikes, and they did.
Oh. Okay. Everybody liked the video again, Plox.
Then once we reach Porthmadog, we're going to try and do some Swiss logos for a bit.
Swiss. Credit Suisse.
Let's just check that my points are set correctly. Yep, we're going out onto the Cobb. We're on our way to Corn on the Cobb.
Oh.
Right. Just kind of wondered what else I should do. Because I think we're pretty much, 2 hours into the stream, we've pretty much covered the Ffestiniog Railway. We've done a run in each direction.
Oh, would you like to do a Railworks challenge that I kind of created myself?
What would it be?
So do you have the Wickham and Joint line?
No.
It's on the Steam Workshop race.
Well, it's just download it from SSS. It's the official one. Yeah. So basically,
yeah. The Wickham branch is on Workshop, but the proper Wickham and Joint one is SSS. Yeah, I got confused.
Yes, the Wickham and Joint, because of my trips to China, like last month or so, I created a challenge based on the Watlington branch. So basically, halfway, like in the middle at Princess Risborough, you have like lines going everywhere, some to Oxford and some to Watlington and stuff. So it's basically a timed challenge. So actually, let me get the challenge description up if you're interested.
Right, we're heading out onto the Cobb, chaps. That's the last of the gradient.
On the Cobb.
This is where the gradient levels out as we cross the Cobb. But we are losing speed pretty quick.
With butter.
That sunset is so beautiful. See how close to Porthmadog we can actually get.
I just watched a bus appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, but that's how it happens in Wales. Did you not know that? These magical buses.
The only magical bus I know of was on a TV show I grew up with as a little kid.
God, this gravity train is almost as long as the cob. We're running out of speed. Come on, keep going.
How many wagons did you put?
About 80.
Jesus.
I don't know for sure if
Have you
that's...
taken any handbrakes off, Reese?
No, they don't have any.
Oh, lol.
There's no brakes. Anyway, lol. So, my little, like, scenario challenge thing is going from Princess Risborough to Waddington and back. And on the way, you take 5526, a Prairie, 3 coaches, three Riviera coaches, 1 standard van, 3 Riviera coaches and 1 standard van. And you just basically go from Princess Risborough to Waddington, and you drop the coach off. You drop the head coach off at Chinner, head on to Waddington, come back, and you can either go straight back to Princess Risborough, or you can do a little bit of a shunting thing at Chinner to get the coach back onto the train in the correct order, and you have to beat 38 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Come on. There is a loco at Porthmadog that we could go and use to get it the last little bit, but we're still doing 9 miles an hour. We're almost at the other end of the cob. I want to see if we can make it. Come on.
You can't make it. You can't make it, Reese. It's not possible.
I really hope we can.
Reese is good at making the possible impossible.
This is true.
Is it level on the cob?
Pretty much, yeah. Come on. Literally 0.119 of a mile. I don't think we're going to make it.
They should get one of the one of the engines and give it Smoky Joe physics and just ram the gravity train down and see how fast it'll go.
That'd be awesome.
It probably derail in the first curve.
I think actually Reese can make it. Oh, actually no, wait, the stream is lagging, so.
Come on.
Are you at the junction yet, Reese? Because I'm a fair distance away from the junction, according to the stream.
No, I'm still a little way off. I don't think I'm going to make it.
Who can make it, I think.
No.
Even the car's going faster than you.
No, I don't think we're going to make it. We're down to 4.5 miles per hour.
Ah, okay. It says 5.6 here.
Yeah, the stream's behind.
Yeah.
The question is, will it stop before it reaches the set of points? Because if it reaches the set of points, I'll be happy. I wonder if I go and click on the loco, will it just like stop the gravity train?
Yes, it will.
I wouldn't try it.
If I make it to the points, I'll be happy. Oh, I was so close though.
Stops just short.
I can say now that we've made it to Porthmadog.
That's lies spread by the government.
Yeah, we made it to Porthmadog, lads. We did it. I was sort of hoping that we could make it all the way into the siding, but didn't work. We are still going. Alright. Let's go give it a little helping hand for a moment.
He's cheating!
One mile an hour.
That went well.
Yeah.
Right, well that went absolutely fabulously. Now just before we call an end to the live stream, we're going to have a little look at the Swiss stuff. I think it's
Swiss cheese?
Yes.
That crash was shit.
I know.
Yeah. Prince died.
The end. Meep meep.
What?
Wow.
Oh.
I don't know what just happened.
I can take Greece, said someone who cannot take Greece.
Yeah, don't worry lads, I think everybody's getting bored now. Don't worry, we're only going to be another couple of minutes. I just wanted to show everybody the Swiss logo.
The Credit Suisse logo. Oh.
Reese now.
Invade Greece now? What?
Invade Greece now, but do it violently.
There are people who do actually say that. There are people who actually say that.
Invade Greece now, do it violently. Show no mercy.
Well, my version is invade Reese now, do it anally.
Oh.
Show no mercy.
Fuck him like a beach.
I thought you were going to say like a sheep, but
Well, it's you that fuck the sheep though.
no.
So you would be the one to know what it's like.
No. That's racist.
Meh.
Right then, so let's have a look at this Swiss logo. Cracking
The
little
balls.
logo. Really great logo. Crappy textures. And the people look really weird. The people models just look really weird.
So it suits you.
And you, Alison.
This is about Reese, not me. What is up with that driver's face?
I think the driver is actually burned. The guy who made the pack.
Huh.
Oh, bloody hell, I'm going into the shed.
Well done.
There was the station master's house.
I did actually set the points there to try and go out. Alright, let's try again.
And so Reese crashed the train already. The end.
I love how the shed door started opening as well.
Oh yeah.
Reese, don't you see the red light? Oh wait, that's not for the siding. Never mind.
Right, we're off. Probably should mention that this is like a ridiculously steep hill. Like literally look at the gradient.
And so Reese died. The end.
I love how Luke said it sounds nice when it has the same sounds as like pretty much every Steam loco he ever makes, which are very not good.
Ooh, sparks.
Yeah, that's weird. The sort of dampers are open and there's all sparks coming out the bottom of the ash pan. That's a little bit weird.
Max power, max power. But I mean, going up the gradient, it looks kind of nice.
Basically, I'm using the wrong route because this is just way too steep for this loco.
You never know.
And we're running out of puff. Yep, we're out of puff.
You're out of cocaine.
Just run it backwards and ram the other train.
And we'll give up there. Let's do a gravity train with a Swiss loco.
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh my god, that is terrifying. That is not the face. That is not the face you want to see when you're in and out of control Swiss loco going backwards down a hill. Let's do a dynamic brake test. Let's just dump the brakes and see if we can stop. 67 km/h.
To be fair, it's BK, so anything could happen. It could stop on a dime or it could never ever stop.
Ugh, I hate that face. Ugh.
Wow, we are actually slowing down.
Whoa, that bend though, holy.
And bang. I think we crashed. And that is, as people always want me to crash, there you go, there's your crash. And that is the end of the stream. So we'll call it a night now. And that's it for tonight. Good night everyone, thanks for watching.
Goodbye.